Shed your shoulds and embrace your wants. Embrace what your soul wants, what your higher self wants, rather than listening to your ego and live a sad, miserable, and unfulfilled life, full of anxiety and stress, and without any real overall satisfaction. Here's what we're going to discuss on the podcast today. So if you want to know how to feel comfortable and confident in your own choices and desires, stick around. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Mindful Introvert Podcast. This is a podcast where you can get inspired and have a better understanding of your unconscious programs that run your life without you realizing. And by bringing them to light, you can heal and grow into an aligned and fulfilling life. I'm Jo from mindfulintrovert.com, an inner peace and abundance coach, and my purpose is to help you slow down, look inwards, and create a more peaceful life by learning to trust your intuition and exploring your spirituality at a soul level. And if you are fully committed to your growth, I have a special gift for you. Simply stay until the end to learn how you can have your very own free inner peace and abundance hypnosis delivered to your inbox and start reaping the benefits of a relaxed and peaceful life. For now, let's get on with the episode. Welcome back. So all about the shoulds that we have in our life. All of these shoulds, maybe stuff like, oh, maybe I should go to the gym, or maybe I should start a diet on next Monday, or maybe I should look for my ideal partner, or maybe I should have kids, or maybe I should not have kids, or maybe I should go to uni, or maybe this and maybe that, maybe I should quit my job. This is a lot of shoulds that we have in our life conditioning us. And all of these rules that we have for ourselves, some of them are really good. Some of them give us the routine, give us this consistency and the way that we feel certain and secure and just safe, overall safe in our lives and comfortable. And that can be very good for our normal functioning. But the problem with shoulds is that when we put extra pressure and unnecessary pressure on top of all the things that we have going on in our life. And so this is based off, I would say, okay, this is my opinion, on fear, a lot of fear that we have, that we are inadequate, or that people can judge us. So that's why we need to do all these things that sometimes we don't want to be doing, but we feel like we should. So this is very a red flag for you. Whenever you hear yourself say should or think should, ask yourself, is this my rule? Did I create this for myself? Or is this passed on from my parents, my family, my friends, my teachers, any caregivers? Was this really made up by me, or is this someone else's? And if this is someone else's, that's fine, which is how we learn everything, right? We are not born with all the knowledge in the world. We learned it from older people. So if it is from other people, do we accept it? Do we want to continue living by this rule, living by this value, living by this belief system? Is it serving us in any way? If it is, awesome. Continue doing it. If it's not, well, maybe it's within your power, within your control to change that rule and that way of being, that pattern that you have been accustomed to working from, and you can adapt it to however you want to live your life. And sometimes this does not translate into practical changes. Sometimes it's just literally a reframe on how you think about something. Other times, yes, completely change the rules. So what I would say is really, really pay attention to the language that you use to think, what you're saying, oh, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And maybe even write down a list of all the rules that you think society has for you, your parents have for you, that you have for yourself. And maybe have a little introspection. Is that the word? I think so. Have a little reflection on whether or not you want to keep up with those rules and in which ways they have been serving you. And in which ways you're happy or unhappy about them. But what I really wanted to focus on, instead of the things that we need to, we ought to, we must do, we should be doing, is about what we truly want. And I saw something today, I saw a video. It was a really interesting video on YouTube actually, saying it was like self-care tips that are actually worse, making you worse rather than feeling better, than having you feel better, something like that. And one of them was only do the things you like. And I think the key aspect here is the word only, right? Because when we only do the things we like, and I agree with her when she was saying, oh, maybe I wouldn't be working. I would be going on holiday. I would be going to museums. I would be doing this and that and eating and blah, blah, blah. Yes, that is true. We probably wouldn't be doing the things that we don't want to do, obviously. But those things that we don't want to do lead us to inevitably having more time, more money, more whatever we want to have, more abundance to overall do the things that we like to do. But all of this to say that I would like you to focus on what you do want to do and what lights you up, and do more of that. Not necessarily do only that, but do more of that, or at least focus more your attention on that. Because if you're focusing your attention on the things that you don't want to be doing and the things that drain your energy, that's inevitably what you're going to attract more and more. So it is important for you to maybe almost create an alternative dimension in your brain to have such a rich inner world that you can escape there, and it's your safe space, and you can overthink amazing scenarios. And this is your time to overthink. It's just imagining all the details and exploring such different realities that have not yet occurred, and the yet is just the key word here, because the more you think and focus your attention on the new reality that you want to be building for yourself, that you truly want for you, it doesn't feel like a must, it doesn't feel like a should, it just feels like right for you. The more time you spend exploring the options there, and the more time you spend inevitably taking action to fulfill those options, that is how you manifest. That is how you live an abundant life. That is how you get to do more of what you like, and you get to just be more authentic to your true self. And the shoulds, they are necessary. Obviously, we need to pay our bills. We need to somehow have money. But it's the language that we use. The word should is very much in putting pressure on us. And if we don't do it, we feel guilt, we feel shame. And so it's just releasing the pressure behind the should, and maybe choose another words as I want to, or I choose to. Even if you don't really love your job, you can say, instead of I should be going to work, or I need to, or I must to, you can say, you know what, I actually choose to go to work. Even if you don't feel like that's your reality, because unconsciously this is going to shift perspective for you, and is going to shift the energy, where in one way, when you say I should be or I must go, it feels like you're not in control. So it's a little bit putting yourself in the victim mode. And when you say I choose to, you actively manage your emotions, and you actively reframe your perspectives on the things that you don't really like doing. And that way, you're just having I wouldn't say positive outlook, but it's having more management skills in your emotions, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Focus more your attention and your energy on the things that you do want, because we know what we don't like. We know what we do not want. But sometimes we don't know what we do want. We don't know what our purpose is. We don't know what we are meant to be doing, who we are meant to be, or who we are. And so this aspect is very, very important for you to get to know yourself, get to trust yourself, get to have that confidence in yourself, in your skills, in your strengths, and in your talents, because I am sure you have plenty of talents that you have not yet recognized, or you have not yet celebrated, because you feel like they're small or they won't matter to the world, when in fact those are the exact things that need to be brought up and that need to help society. And that's they are your superpowers. So your shoulds, again, are very much putting pressure on you, and your wants, your desires are what are going to break you free. So stop pushing them aside, stop avoiding them, and give them more of a front stage position. Even if they have not yet happened, you can make them happen in your mind, and then ask for help to take the necessary action steps, and inevitably that reality will come closer to you and you will manifest it. That's how to live a little bit more of an abundant life, and coming to terms with whatever is, whatever shoulds you have in your life, coming to terms that they exist. And what it is that you're not going to change that by using the same words and by having the same energy towards those things. So by you changing this, reframing your language and empowering yourself more, and shifting your focus to what you do want instead of what you do not want, I think that is very much powerful exercise for you to do. So I will leave you with that. Maybe list all the rules that you have for yourself. See if they are truly yours. See if they are other people's. If they are truly yours and you're happy with them, good, stick with them. If not, change them. And you're an adult now. You get to change things that you don't like in your life. Sometimes it can be difficult to change, but again, remember that one limiting belief is only a thought that you have been having for a long time, repeated. Oh my God, I can say the word a lot of times. And so you will get to think new things. And the more you think new things, the more they come your reality and the more you believe in them. So that's all that I have for today. Hopefully that exercise is helpful. Let me know on my Instagram, connect with me, and can ask me any questions, and I will be happy to help and happy to connect and happy to learn a little bit more about your rules, because I do have my own set of rules that need a reevaluation. I'll see you next time. Bye. If you got to this point and want to know how you can get your free inner peace and abundance hypnosis, simply go onto iTunes and leave a review on the podcast. Take a screenshot of your review before you click send and email that screenshot to contact@mindfulintrovert.com, and I will send it to you so that you can start enjoying a more peaceful and abundant life. For more inspired content, follow me on Instagram at Coach Joanna Calado. And if you're looking to work with me one-on-one, you can reach me on Instagram as well, or you can send me a voice message here on the podcast. I will leave everything in the show notes so that you don't miss a thing. And I will see you on the next episode. And until then, slow down and trust yourself. Bye.